tools, products, and techniques in this video are intended for use by adult modelers. Anyone under the age of 13 should always have adult supervision when using said tools, products, and techniques.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the...
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of our Transformers mini builds. For this one we're going to work on old Starscream. This one's a little more in depth than the Bumblebee one, I gotta say. Not only the sculpt, which is just incredible, I mean the detail and stuff, the panel lines are incredible, but also they put a little thruster part on the feet, which is kind of neat. It's clear, so we're gonna have to do some clear paints on that, but that'll be fun. But just like with Bumblebee, you know, we're gonna go around and just kind of hit some of the flash and stuff that's left over from the mold, which I gotta say on Starscream there's a lot less than on Bumblebee. I don't know what the difference is, but I mean there's very, very little. I don't know if you can even make it out, but there's some texture here on the wing. Just really, really slight stuff. These molds are spectacular. Like I said with Bumblebee, for as small as they are, the detail is great and the molding is just incredible. So alright, so just like with Bumblebee, Starscream came with a little base, right? Little figure stand, which we may or may not use. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of them, honestly, but we may use it. And he also came with the same stickers and water slides, although hang on just a second. I don't think they're not identical. So it looks like they did come with different stickers, but you know, he should have a Decepticon emblem here on the inside of his wing, and then another one on this side, which I guess they don't expect you to put on because you can't even really see it. But so if we do both of them, you know, it only came with one purple Decepticon, so we'll have to steal this one from Bumblebee's if I decide to do both of them, which I probably won't, because I mean there's no space in there and you can't even see it anyway. So I may not do that one, but he will get a Decepticon logo here on, whoops, let me get on camera. He will get one on this side though. So yep, that's what we'll do. But yeah, let's get into just tidying it up a little bit. I got the same sanding sticks as usual. And for starters, I just want to hit this wing. Like I said, I don't even know if that's going to come out, but there's just a little bit of, I don't know what it is. It looks like mold mark or something. So we'll just hit that really quickly, get that off of there. But there's not much to do on him. There's a whole lot less on Starscream than there was on Bumblebee. So like I said, I don't know what the difference is, but for some reason, there we go. Let's see, let's look around, see if there's anything else. There's little stuff, which I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it, but just right on the end of his foot there. Might be about all I can do there. Same thing here, a little bit on his foot. Arms look good, head looks good. Yeah, I think that might do it. Like I said, this one was much cleaner than Bumblebee, so don't know what the difference is. Maybe they had a different mold or a different factory, or who knows. But yeah, he's a lot cleaner than Bumblebee was. So I'm gonna hit these little spots that I sanded real quick with some Tamiya surface primer, right? Just to cover up any primer I knocked off, which isn't much, but yeah. So after that, we'll start painting this guy. Be right back. All right, everybody, let's get some paint on old Starscream here. I've got some reference images pulled up over here of the G1 toy, and that's kind of what I'm going to go off of to paint Starscream. But I think we will start with the blue. Yeah, I think we'll start with the blue and sort of get that painted up, and then we'll move on to some of the other colors. So just as with Bumblebee, I have my wet palette. If you don't know what a wet palette is, check out this video. It'll show you how I make my wet palette. But, oh, shake, 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 shake. And let's get a little blue out here. Let's just see how the blue looks on its own first. And then we might darken it up a little bit. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Kind of want to see what it looks like. But, got a fairly large brush to start with because we've got some big areas to cover. So, get a little paint on the brush. And let's see, I think we'll start with his arms. Pretty much all of this is going to be blue. I do say I'm liking these Vallejo paints. They cover really, really well. Like I said, the only exception was that yellow on Bumblebee, but, you know, yellow doesn't cover well in any paint. But these, they go on pretty smoothly. They look good.
I like it a lot.
Alright, there's one arm done. I don't know, what do you guys think? It looks a little, color looks a little off to me. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll do the rest. Alright. There's two hands done. Let's see, he's got a little down here around his feet, which I'm going to have to be careful around here because I don't want to get any on that clear part. Alright, everybody. There's the blues all done up. Not sure about that color just yet. I'm going to let it dry and, yeah, might end up lightening that up a little bit. Just add a touch of white to it. Right now it looks a little too blue. But anyway, let's move on to a different color. Alright, everybody, I'm going to jump right into the reds. And as you can see, I still have my blue here. We're going to save that just in case. If we need a, well, I mean, we're definitely going to need a second coat, but I'll use that if we're going to lighten it up. So, just put a little bit of red right over here on the side. Don't need much. And get Starscream again. And let's see, the reds on him are basically his body and his waist. So I'm going to go in, let's see, thin that down a little teeny bit. So So I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to start on his... hang on a second. 1 second. Just checking my reference images. Yep. We'll start on his back here. And get some red on. And this is definitely going to need a second coat. I can tell already it's not going to cover. But that's all right. Alrighty guys, there's the first coat of red. I think in the interest of time saving, I'm going to go off and do the rest off camera. Just because I don't want this video to get incredibly long. Going to give all this a second coat, then I'll do maybe the yellow and the, yeah. So when we come back, all the painty will be done, and we'll carry on with the little water slide. So, be right back. Alright everybody, here's old Starscream all painted up. I will probably go back and do a little touch-ups here and there before I clear coat, but before I do that, I want to do something with these clear parts down here. And for that, I'm going to use some Tamiya paints. These are the clear colors. I've got some clear yellow and clear red. Can't remember what the number for clear red is. I'll look it up. But yeah, clear yellow and clear red. And I've got a little takeout palette, of course. I'm just going to put a little color out here on the palette. And what I want to do is, starting at the top, I want yellow, but I want it to kind of gradually turn into red, right? And this, if you thin the paint enough, the color will sort of settle down in the little cracks and grooves, and that's fine. That's kind of exactly what I want. Alright. And just a little bit of yellow right around here. Since this one is so much shorter, right? It wouldn't be quite as much yellow. And I'm not even going to wait for this to dry because I want it to kind of blend. So I'm going to go in, get some paint. And this time I'm going to start at the bottom and kind of work my way up. But again, the paint is nice and thin. Hopefully this will all blend together and kind of give an interesting effect. Alright, there we go. Hope that's coming out. But now I just got a little effect going on down there at the bottom, right? All right, I'm gonna let this dry, and then everything will get a nice clear coat, and we will move on from here. Be right back. All right, everybody, here's old Starscream all glossed up and ready for some decals. See, that's how the thrusters came out there. Looks pretty sharp, I think. I am going to try to do both sides of the decals. It's going to be tricky, but I'm hoping I can make it happen. So we're going to end up stealing the purple Decepticon from Bumblebee, and then we've got another one here that came with the Starscream. So all right, dunk that in the water. Yeah, one's going to go right over here. I was looking at, I've been looking at the toy this whole time, and it occurred to me that this guy is not modeled after the toy, right? He's modeled after the G1 cartoon. So I ended up switching over to the G1 cartoon for reference, and his decals are way out here on the end of his wing. And I kind of want to do that, but it'd be a lot easier, obviously, to get one here than it would be down in the middle. But yeah, I think we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to put it out a little closer to the end of his wing. And they are upside down, so that when he transforms, right, it'll be right side up. So that's what we're going to try to do. And get a little water and put it out here on the wing. And all right, let's get this one. Whoops, I put it on right side up. It's supposed to be upside down. Oh well. Just move it around. That looks pretty good. And get a little micro saw again. When you're using micro saw, you may notice that the edges of your decal crinkle a bit. That's perfectly fine. That's what it's supposed to do. It will shrink not really shrink, but it'll crinkle up a little bit at first, but then it'll pull it tight and draw it down to the surface. So, if you see it crinkling, don't mess with it. Just let it do its thing, and it'll settle down. All right, there are the decals installed. You can't really see that one, but yep. All right, I'm going to give these a few minutes to kind of dry out and settle down, after which I will hit them with a little clear coat, and yeah, we'll do a little weathering on this guy. So, be right back. All right, everybody, so I got the decals all glossed in. They're nice and sealed and protected. Time to do a little weathering. I'm going to do something a bit different than we did with Bumblebee for Starscream. We're not going to do a gunk wash on him. Instead, I'm going to use some Tamiya panel line accent, right? This is just black. You can get it in a couple of different colors, brown and gray, and yep, this is black. Just because there's so many neat little panel lines on him, I kind of don't want to do a full like gunk wash weathering. I just want to sort of pick those out a little bit and make them stand out. It comes with a little applicator brush, right? And all you simply do is just touch it, and it will conform to the lines. Now you see I got a big blob right there. That's no big deal. We will go back in a second and just touch all that up. And then that's how you tidy up. And I try not to go right on the panel line that I want to keep, color in. But just kind of wipe away what you don't want. If it begins to dry, you can get a little enamel thinner. and that will reactivate it. But that's basically panel lining. Now, like I said, I'm going to go back and tidy all this up so it's not just a mess, right? Everywhere that we've done, I'm going to kind of clean up a bit. All right, so that's about all I want to do to Starscream. Got some panel line accent on there. I'm going to let that dry. It's an enamel, so it takes a good long while to fully cure. But yep, after that he'll get a matte coat. So I'm going to leave this episode here, just like with Bumblebee. We're going to let all this dry, give him a matte coat. We'll do a sort of final reveal once all the little minifigs are done, I think. So yep, stay tuned for the next episode. We will, I think, do Megatron next time. Yeah, as always, thanks for hanging out. Hope you had fun. Bye-bye.